How are you?
We're back.
It's been a while.
It's been months.
Maybe even a year.
Yeah, it's been a long time. My fault.
We've had
completely.
some issues in our life.
Well, I mean, family stuff, vacations,
Just
surgery.
surgeries.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, me.
Also, Cindy had some great things happen this year. We'll talk about it later.
What did I have great?
She doesn't even know.
It's a surprise.
Oh yeah, we had.
She'll bring it up later and I'll be totally...
what's the great? Here's the best thing we did. We started pole dancing.
Oh.
And it was
yes.
so much fun.
We loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, and we'll have to tell this story. And I tore my rotator cuff, probably from pole dancing. We don't know for sure because it wasn't like
You heard it while you were doing it.
It was just like a gradual thing.
Yeah, and I can totally see how you would have done it doing that though, because
especially when I started doing
shoulder.
the upside down stuff.
Oh yeah,
That's what I get for being so good at making it past level 1. While Cindy had surgery after surgery, it was not able to go.
And vacations. I was gone a lot last year too.
Okay, and here's the story.
Okay.
We decide to go in for the free lesson that Cindy set up for us. We go in there, and here's the trick. They make it so easy for you. They make it super easy. They teach you a spin on the pole as it's spinning. It's so easy. And then they go, time to sign up. And we were so excited. So what did you do, Cindy?
Go on. I did like I do everything. All out. If you're going to do it.
All in.
Yeah. All in. If you're going to do it, you do it to the 110th power.
And so what did you do? What did you convince me to do?
Well, I didn't convince you to do anything. You totally made up your own mind.
But
you have a little brain inside your head.
But if your little brain hadn't gotten inside my head, it wouldn't have happened.
Okay, so we signed up for the ultimate package for a year. No refunds, no cancellations.
Nothing. You can't get out of it. Period. End of story. Unless
Not
you die.
even with
I don't even know. If you died, I don't know.
Your family's going to be paying for this pole dancing. It's what do they call those generational loans? Like they have in like Canada, or they have them somewhere. They have like generational.
If you
mortgages.
don't pay it, then the next person has to pay it.
Yeah. Because
Well, she convinced us to do a whole year.
You know, I think it says a lot about me. Number one, I'm wholeheartedly into something, and number two,
while.
I am a salesperson.
Okay. I guess so. I guess I can't. So anyway, she convinced me. I said to Cindy, this is what I said. I go, Cindy, a year is a long time and we're old. She's like, no, we're not.
I'm pretty sure I said, I'm not old.
You probably did. You probably did. Anyway, I tore my rotator cuff. Let's see. We started in May.
Yeah.
June, July, August, September. 5 months into it.
Yeah. And I got a bad hernia. We're too old to be pole dancing.
Clearly. We're going to have to find a new hobby that does not
require
strength in the upper body. Well,
not that we don't have strength in our upper body.
That's why
we're very strong women.
Do it.
So we should be able to do the things we want to do. But maybe they should be like water pole dancing. It's much easier on our body.
I've never heard of water pole dancing.
No, but we can start it,
I think
Tina.
it would be hard. You'd be going against the water.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is
Could
true.
you see yourself spinning the water? All right, we'll put my pole in the pool.
Hey.
All right, anyway, so that was...
Is that what you were wanting to tell?
No, there's still something.
Oh my gosh.
No.
What the heck?
We also went to Mexico.
Yeah, we did go to Mexico.
There wasn't anything too exciting in that trip, though. We just had
we had
a lot of fun. We always have fun.
We had a lot of fun, but we did all that pool stuff.
Oh, gosh.
We were doing all kinds of videos in the pool. Okay, we don't drink. Except
I don't drink
that
at
day.
all. Oh, well, I did. That is it, too. That
That's
is
the
the
thing.
last time alcohol will pass through my lips. Well, except the other night when I took a sip.
And also,
To taste something.
until we take the next trip.
Nope. Mark my words.
She says it every time. You say it every time. And then you're like, okay, there's one day. We have to do one day.
Whoa.
You did. And it's
I did
Wednesday,
not.
so I have time to wind down.
You're lying. She's making that up.
I'm pretty sure I'm not, Tina.
I did not strategically say we have to do it on Wednesday so I have a day to recover. No. It just so happened we were at the pool and it was really exciting and
you get into
relaxing,
the
and we were sitting at the pool
ambiance.
bar. And
Yeah. I mean, you're sitting at the pool bar, so granted.
And we were pretty much the only ones in there.
Yeah, there weren't very many people
No,
there at
no one
all.
was
So
there at
then
all.
we felt free to be ourselves.
But
With
can we
alcohol.
really go into that story now? I guess we can.
Well, what? I mean, all we did was just do dumb videos. What story?
Well, all the videos we did, like you pretending you're dead.
Oh.
We would, you know what? Maybe you could put in a clip.
Yes, okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
There's one picture that's just, I'll put it up here. Yeah.
And this one did in public. The other ones we did in private. Private, that sounds weird.
We're gonna
Anyway.
get comments on that. What did you do in private?
It took videos in
Yeah,
private,
that's-
but they
yeah,
weren't.
Well,
But then we put them on social media, so they weren't
yeah,
private.
so they weren't. And they weren't bad.
No.
They were just
Funny to
Yeah.
us, at
yeah,
least.
Yeah, funny to us. I did post the one reel, though, that my husband made me take down
Yes.
because I didn't think it was bad. But if my husband thinks it's not looking good, it apparently had to be really bad, right? I mean,
And
you didn't think it was bad, though, either.
I would never have done
She
it.
had 10 drinks, so...
I had not had 10 drinks. You liar.
No, nobody had 10 drinks, but that's what
She pretended to have 10
I pretended
drinks.
to have 10 drinks
Okay,
on the
imagine this. We're sitting at the pool bar, right? And a few people are around, two couples that were next to us.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And some girls floating around in the pool. Anyway, so I have this camera and Cindy's going to 10 different places in the pool, holding a drink, pretending it's hour one or drink one. Were you saying hour one?
Drink one, I said.
Drink two. And she's trying to make herself look drunker and drunker in each picture. And this is all done in 5 minutes.
Yeah. So I wasn't really drinking that. I think we maybe had 3 drinks.
Maybe.
But taking into consideration it only takes one.
Yeah.
Well, for me,
Well, and at this place, the drinks are strong.
oh yeah, they were strong. And they were rum and Diet Coke,
So
our favorite.
anyway,
I kind of miss Mexico right now.
well, we can go in March.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, we're back. We had a fun year last year.
Yeah. And some not so fun things, I
And
guess.
some not some fun. Yeah, and it was triumph and tragedy.
We had tragedies?
There wasn't really any tragedy, but I did have some triumphs.
Okay, so like you said, I'll tell you why. One of the reasons why I don't drink much and won't drink anymore has to do with menopause or
Yes.
perimenopause is actually, I think, when it started.
Yeah,
So,
I don't have that problem at all.
oh no, you don't have that one.
No, I don't have that. I don't have that problem. No. No, I don't have that problem.
No, but you did have some issues.
I did. I had major issues.
Yes,
Major.
and what I was going to say, the great surprise is, her best friend, Moi, got a call one day.
I was crying. I'm pretty sure I was crying.
She was sure she was. What, did you think you were going crazy?
I thought I was having a stroke or something.
Oh, yes, that's right. She said she thought she was having a stroke, and she...
And I call her.
Not Mike. And she explains to me all the symptoms.
Yeah.
And we can go into that later, I guess. And I said to her, you need to get on hormone therapy. That is menopause. She's like, you think? I said, yes.
Did I make that face, Tina?
I don't know. We were on the phone. I don't think we were FaceTiming, were we?
I don't know. We might have been.
Yeah, you went, whoa. Anyway.
My thing was, though, here I am. I just turned 58 this month. And I have not had a period since I was like early 40s. I mean, it was a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And the worst that has happened to me is I went on the lowest dosage of depression pill. So I was like, this is a breeze. Nothing's going on. But when it pops up, man, it really popped up.
And here's an interesting thing too, is you really should not have been able to, you're technically not allowed to be on it. In the old, because if you are 10, they're telling you if you're 10 years past, then it's dangerous or whatever. But you did, and it's been 10 years since you've been in menopause.
Yeah,
okay, and they told me, and they also say not after 60.
Yeah.
And we both made changes, and it's worked.
Oh, it's like night and day.
Yeah.
You ask my husband, he would be like, and he's told people that even. Yeah. Like he's like giving his testimony to the neighbors. Cindy is a new person. You should try.
Funny.
My neighbor lady thought she might be having hormone issues, and her husband told Mike. And then Mike was telling him.
So guys talk about that?
Well, apparently so, because Mike told me they talked about it, and then I saw her out at the mailbox, and she started asking. I was like, crap.
Well,
but also
besides the reasons that Mike likes it, there's also, remember you were telling me how you have pain all through your body.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. I mean, those things that I feel like you just think you're getting old. And so my joints were hurting. I couldn't even raise the range of motion in my shoulders. Mm-hmm. It was horrible, horrible. I couldn't do anything. And my hip and I thought I was such an old lady. And I was like, man, I think I'm in good shape. I exercise and diet.
Which means it probably could have been even worse.
Oh, yeah. I think about my mom and my grandma who did have it pretty bad. They didn't diet and exercise. Well, I say diet, I just mean paying attention to your nutrition. Right. And they didn't do any of that. And I can only imagine where I would be if... Yeah. It would have been really, really bad, I think.
And I had a girl that I know that is a teacher message me, and she said she had bought the creatine from Legion and she said, I'm starting the creatine, and she goes, I hope this helps my aches and pains in my body. And I said, have you gotten on I said, did you go try HRT? No, but we're not saying you need to go be on HRT, but check it out.
Get a blood test.
Yeah, and check it out and talk to your doctor or a hormone specialist or whatever. But she said, no, I'm way past that. You're not supposed to get it after you've been in menopause 10 years. And at that moment, I was like, well, yeah, I've heard that. The next day, I saw 2 things on Instagram, 2 articles both by female doctors, how they're saying that's not necessarily true anymore. And so I was like forwarding those to her, going, no, it's not true. Go research some more and go check it out. Because she's saying the same thing. She said, my body is aching all over. And I was like, nothing more miserable than that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. And you know what? When you told me you need to get checked, I was like, okay, I do need to get checked. So I went to the doctor, just my primary doctor, and she said, okay, we're going to test you for a stroke because we think that's what it is.
She thought?
Yeah, she thought that too. And because the symptoms were really, really weird. Like I couldn't even put a straight thought together. Luckily, her number was programmed in my phone. Anyhow, but they did the blood test, and I had my what do you call it? Estrogen was 0. There was no estrogen at all in my body, and so she said, okay, you need to go to the gynecologist. And I said, can't you just prescribe hormones? She said, no, I don't know anything about it. Okay, that's fine. Well,
that's the other scary thing.
Yeah, that's the bad thing. Our doctors are not educated to know anything. Yeah. I'm hoping that's going to change over the course of the next few years. But So I went to I called the gynecologist, my gynecologist. They couldn't get me in for, I think, 6 or 8 months.
That's crazy.
And I felt in my head, okay, I feel like I'm having a stroke. This is an emergency. I've got to get some hormones in me. Anyway, so I ended up, it's a weird thing that I did, but I was going to see my, what do you call them? What do you call
I don't know.
The med spa? Anesthetics.
Oh, is it neuro? Not neuro. Homo.
No.
Homopathic.
No.
Homopathic.
No,
okay, I don't know.
Anyway, it's the people who do the Botox and the fillers and all
The
that.
anesthetician?
No, it's...
Statistician?
Statistician. Anyway.
Injector?
Yes. She's a nurse practitioner.
Oh yeah.
But she does, as I was heading over there, I happened to think, hey, you know what? She does hormone therapy. So when I got there, I cried.
That's the way to get it done.
You guys do something for me. And she was like, oh, and I told her the symptoms and I gave her my blood work. And
so great that you had that too.
I know, because this was like 2 days maybe or 3 days after or somewhere in there. She's like, yeah, let's get it going. So she gave me shots right there in the office. And it wasn't a week and I felt like a totally new person.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She gave me estrogen, testosterone, and prescribed progesterone. And I'm still taking the shots once a week.
Is all of that in your shot?
No, the progesterone is a pill.
Oh, okay.
But the estrogen and testosterone is, and it's a giant needle. It's so big.
I would not be doing that.
Oh, it doesn't bother. Well, because I know it's helping.
Yeah, but you can get it other ways. So you don't have to get it in a needle.
No, you don't.
I use an estrogen patch.
Yeah, and do you still do the testosterone cream?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you get it.
I do testosterone cream. I put it on the inside of my arms and the inside of my thighs. I rotate it. And then the patch just goes twice a week. I switch it off. Yeah, I also think you can take them with troches. That's what I did a long time ago when I first went through the perimenopause.
I don't know what a troche is.
A troche looks like a little, what it is, it's like a little, actually looks like a little piece of wax, and you put it under your tongue and it dissolves. But
the whole thing dissolves?
Yeah, but so you have to wait till I didn't like that. So I stopped that after. I went on to the estrogen patch and stopped the testosterone, which I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because now I'm back on it.
Well, there were the physical differences that I could tell that I had no idea it was even. I just thought it was me getting old. Those aches and pains. The big thing is the other big thing was. This may be TMI, so what do you say? Trigger warning.
Well, if they're too young, they won't know what you're talking about. Anyway, just go.
Yeah, they will. So a woman's genitals look very different in old age as you get older. But once I started taking the estrogen, it was like everything perked up and was young again.
I didn't know that's what you were going to say.
Plumped up.
I thought you were going to talk about libido.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a very big one, yes. Sex life has never been happier.
Yeah, that's another one of the symptoms, libido.
Yeah. And it's sad. It's really sad that we have put ourselves as women in a spot. Well, we didn't put ourselves there. Culture put us here. That your libido goes away as you get older, and it's almost like it just takes all the fun out of a relationship.
Because the men's libidos don't go away, at least not as quickly.
Well, unless they're also depleted in their testosterone
That's true.
or whatever,
That's true.
and that happens.
Yeah,
too.
that happens. Of course, we have the pills for that too.
Yeah. But anyway, it just kind of takes the joy out, and I hate that there are so many people that not having any fun.
Yeah, exactly. So yes,
and having the aches and pains.
And that's one of the reasons why I got on testosterone. That and I wanted to build more muscle, but I also I wanted the energy and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not this huge, I think I'm on the lowest dose. I don't even know, but it's definitely helped in all areas. So.
Yeah, it's a miracle. I mean, and like I said, you can even ask Mike, and it's not just the libido part that
No,
you
it's
noticed.
everything. Yeah, your personality,
I'm happier.
Yeah, your energy level.
I'm energetic. I'm sure I treat him better.
Was that time you were super mad at him, like for a whole weekend before you got on the hormones, or after?
I think it was after I got on it. But then my levels were trying to adjust.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like that since, but I literally woke up or maybe it was going to bed or waking up, we were both in bed, and I thought, you are just disgusting. I would stab you in the neck if I had a knife. So, because then you kind of realize where women are coming from that have these hormonal episodes where they kill people.
I don't think you would have killed him.
No, I don't think I would have killed him. But the thought was there, like, if I had a knife, I would stab you in the neck. That's awful. It's terrible.
Intrusive thoughts, actually. That is another one, especially like at night or like you were just coming out of sleeping.
Yeah, yes.
So.
And I don't even remember what I was mad about. I maybe had a dream about him. I don't know. But I know I was mad it was
a couple days.
It was quite a while. And I finally just decided one morning after I was doing my devotions, I got to change my attitude. I can't live like this. This is awful.
Oh my
the worst
goodness.
man in the world there for a few days. Poor guy.
But that wasn't so yours didn't start till late 50s though. Well, when do you think maybe that started? Because
I mean, the aches and pains started a while back.
Yeah.
And in fact, when I was in my 40s, I remember I went to a cardiologist because I went to the doctor because I felt like something was wrong with my heart.
With heart palpitations?
Yeah, it was the palpitations.
I had those too.
Well, they like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Here I am in my late 40s. You don't know to ask about that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I went to a cardiologist who put me on a monitor for a week. Couldn't shower or anything with it. But anyway, as I'm looking back, well, that's what that was.
Yeah, that started for me in my early 40s. That was the work. Well, yeah, that's when that started, and then my anxiety. My heart palpitations, I used to wake up in the middle of the night, and I swear I was having a heart attack, although I don't think that's part of having a heart attack. But
I don't think so.
But I would wake up, Steve. Like you could it felt like your heart was coming out of your body. And that went on for a while. And
not even that, I felt like my hands got numb too. Like it was just like...
Oh, I didn't have... Mine was just my heart.
I'm sure everybody's different.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But then that throws you kind of into an anxiety.
Yes.
So it was like a vicious circle. And that was the time I was having a really hard time falling asleep. So I would try to fall asleep watching TV and just things that, to get me to fall asleep. And then you get this whole cycle of anxiety, can't fall asleep, can't do this, can't do that. And then on top of that, I also was like, I have a son who had a heart defect. And for some reason, all of a sudden, I decided he was going to die when he was running or playing basketball. So I would just sit and watch him play basketball the whole time. He also had asthma, so he coughed a lot. And so I was just be like, he's going to die. He's going to die. I know he is. And I just...
Miserable.
Oh, and it was off and on for years. Yeah, it was terrible. Till I went into the major anxiety depression. And that happened after my aging parents and ailing came to live with, not live with us, but live out here in Tucson. They moved from Texas, and they absolutely hated it when they came here. Actually, my mother more than my dad, because my dad was kind of going at the time. He had Alzheimer's. Anyway, that was the worst.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And that's when I got on an antidepressant. And I also got on thyroid medication. And yeah.
So they thought you had Hashimoto's.
I do.
Do you still have?
Yes, but I'm taking meds, so it doesn't. Yeah, I'm on thyroid medicine, so it doesn't.
It seems like when a good book to read is Dr. Marie Claire's what is it called? The New Menopause?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I think she talked about something about Hashimoto's in there.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. So.
I think thyroid problems are common again with old people and with old people. Hormone problems.
Yeah, well.
So, yeah. So that was what I would say the worst thing I had in mind. The worst side effect or symptom was the anxiety and
it was
depression.
bad. I remember that. Yep, it was bad.
Yep, and I fought off having. Steve, more than anyone.
Oh yeah, I know Steve did.
I fought off medication for a very long time, thinking that was the cop-out. And now, I don't think that at all. If you need it, you need it. Even though my hormones are all balanced, I tried going off of it, and it was a disaster, and I just don't want that again.
Yeah, I've also tried to go off mine.
You know, if I live a few years less than I would have, I'll live them happy. I'm not going to mess that up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm on such a low dose anyway.
So am I, yeah. It's not going to make that big a difference.
Anyway, yeah, if you need the medication, great. If you don't need it, great.
And it's always your choice.
Right.
So.
And I think, and the reason that we are doing things like this podcast and posting things on Instagram is we just want to make women, especially women our age, aware. I don't feel like I was even well aware. Like I knew my mom had told me things.
Yeah.
But
all I knew was you get hot flashes. That's the only thing I knew.
Yeah.
And I even called my sister.
Moody.
Yeah. I didn't even know that because my mother doesn't get moody. Never did. My mom eased through menopause. She had hot flashes and that's it. And she was on estrogen her whole life, or, from whatever, 50 on, till she died. So you can stay on them. And my sister had anxiety as well, but I think she always had anxiety a little bit. And so it was hard for her to help me. And she was really against hormone replacement because she's 11 years older than I am. And they were telling everybody it gives you breast cancer, it's going to give you this cancer, it's going to give you that cancer. And
now they've come out and said opposite.
Yep, and so she didn't go on any of them, and she was eating right, everything, and she ended up with ovarian cancer and died. So I don't know if that would have helped her, but it would have helped her live life better.
Well, it would have made
nothing else. Yeah. All right, let's go through these symptoms real quick, and you tell me if you had them or not.
Okay.
And we'll both talk. Hot flashes and night sweats.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
I didn't have many hot flashes because as soon as I had my hysterectomy, they put me on estrogen. So I didn't have many, but I still get night sweat. Not sweats, but I get hot at night.
Yeah.
Sleep disturbance.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
For sure. Even now, I feel like I get a pretty good night's rest, but I do not ever sleep through the night. I wake up.
I feel like I have slept through the night. For years, I took one Tylenol PM because I wanted to make sure I slept. But I haven't done that in a while. But then recently, I've been waking up at 3 every day.
Like me. You want to be like me.
You know how people's cycles get synced? Our sleep cycles got synced.
Mood swings?
Yes.
I think I have to. I always try to say I don't have mood swings, but I'm sure if you ask my husband, he'll say yes, I do.
Oh, I think you definitely have mood swings. Because you'll be like in such a funk one day.
Yes, I do.
You're
right.
You're all happy.
I know. Fatigue and low energy.
Yes.
Definitely.
I can say, yes, for sure.
Well, for years, as soon as I quit teaching, while I was teaching, all I wanted to do was sleep on the weekends. But even when I quit teaching, I would take a nap every day. Every single day. So.
Well, I wasn't that bad, but I definitely was not as energetic. Like in my head, I was thinking lazy. I'm just lazy. I don't want to do anything.
Well, I was working out still, but I still would take a nap.
Yeah, but I mean, I would work out too, but I would just not want to do anything around the house.
Right.
I couldn't just make myself get up and do it.
And that is part of anxiety as well, I think.
Depression.
Yeah, depression. Yeah. All right, brain fog and memory issues.
Yes.
Of course.
My daughter works with me, and she says all the time.
Well, that's why they call them senior moments.
Yeah.
All right, breast tenderness. I don't know that I really had that.
No, I did after I started taking the estrogen.
Oh, did you?
Oh my gosh, I was like, for a couple of days, my boobs were so sore and tender, and I was having some cramps. I was like, holy crap, did I just get pregnant? No, of course I didn't. But
oh, goodness. Okay,
double marriage.
Vaginal dryness and discomfort.
Yes.
Again, I didn't have that because I was immediately put on estrogen. So if you're on estrogen, most likely you're not going to have that. So I never had that. Decreased libido. No way, not us.
You know, the funny thing about that is I didn't think that I had a decreased libido. I just thought I was normal. And now I know the difference.
And decreased libido, let me put, this is something I don't want to admit, because that doesn't mean you don't love your partner. No. It's just like, just a snuggle will be fine.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Like, it wasn't like I didn't want him near me, get away from me. It was just like.
No, the affection is great.
Yeah, it's just like.
It's the
if you can't get
having sex part, you just.
If it's just not happening, you're not having a good time. It's like, okay, we don't have to go on with that one. Weight gain and metabolism changes. I had the opposite.
For you?
Yeah, remember I lost a lot of weight.
Did. Yeah, you really did.
Because I had the anxiety and I couldn't eat and all that goodness.
I don't think I gained weight from that. I think I just gained weight from being unhealthy and not eating right. But and then once I started exercising and watching what I eat, I lost the weight. So I don't feel like it had any effect. But
probably not. All right, bloating and digestive issues. Yeah, I had that.
Maybe some digestive issues, and maybe I just didn't recognize.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're like, oh, is that? Well, except I did, because that's something I never had. Mm-hmm. Like, there's like growing up, I could eat anything. I never had bloating. I didn't know what indigestion was. I didn't know any of that. So, because I just didn't have that. Mm-hmm. So that's what I was just think. Well, I guess it's just getting old.
Yeah. That's the go-to.
Chalk it up.
Yeah.
All right, headaches and migraines. I always have headaches. I've had headaches since the day I was a baby. Young child. I can remember calling my mother in the middle of the night to come give me medicine for a headache. Mm-hmm. So that had nothing to do with it. Joint pain and muscle aches, definitely.
Definitely, big part of mine.
Yeah. Hair thinning and hair loss. I have not had that. I've heard that from people, but I have not had that.
I think I definitely had the thinning. I mean, my actual hair is not getting thinner, but less. So I guess hair loss would be.
Yeah, that was the other one.
Yeah.
Increased PMS symptoms. Well, isn't that moodiness?
PMS?
How can you have PMS when you're not having a period? Yeah. Heart palpitations, ding, ding, ding. Dizziness or vertigo?
Yeah, definitely had that. Yep.
You know what? So did I.
I would stand up and be like.
And I can remember one time having Steve take me into the emergency room because I was so dizzy.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I realized when I got there it was a panic attack probably. Urinary urgency or incontinence.
Oh, that's the other thing that I didn't realize till I read her book.
The urinary urgency?
I had UTIs from, there was probably 10 years there. I just had them all the time. Sometimes
my mother used to get them too.
And I had to go to the specialist. They had to do all this stuff and testing and everything. All to say I need to be not taking baths, not getting in the hot tub. And I was like...
Oh, that's what they're telling you?
That's what they told me, yeah. Of course, I don't take baths. I shower anyway. But I did limit the hot tub. And eventually it did go away. But I had no idea that UTIs were a big part of menopause. Had no idea. Now I know.
Yes, and I have the urinary incontinence, stress incontinence, we call it. I can go to the bathroom, but like exercising, walking. But now I went to a specialist, a pelvic floor specialist, and it's getting better. Did end up with prolapse, but the woman said that it's a lot of prolapse is hereditary. So it depends on you must have not the greatest collagen, or whatever. And so it's can't hold it up anymore. Plus I had a hysterectomy, so there's
nothing
to hold that up.
Yeah. Well, and I just thought when I would hear prolapse, I was thinking you have 4 kids.
And that's it too.
Yeah.
That's part of it too. The more kids you have, the more likely you are to have prolapse. Yeah. That's what I get for having 4 kids, I guess. All right, dry or itchy skin. I can't tell that either because this is Arizona.
Yeah, we're in the desert.
And we're all having dry and itchy skin. So that one, I don't know. Changes in body odor. I didn't notice that.
I don't think I did.
It's because I don't have bad body odor. Like, I rarely smell. Even like in the middle of a sweaty workout.
Yeah.
My body odor comes from being nervous.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. If I get nervous sweat under my armpits, like I'm going to do a speech or something, that's when I get it.
Interesting. I stink every once in a while, but I just...
Every once in a while? I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Okay, this one I haven't had, but I think you said you've had it. Tingling sensations in your hands and feet.
Yes.
See, I haven't had that.
Sure. Yes. Well, in my hands especially. And when I, before I started taking the hormones, I would wake up and my hands would be like asleep. It's just what I thought it was. And they would be like numbish and tingling.
I remember. You couldn't open your hands.
And my hands would be stuck in a claw-like position, which my doctor told me was arthritis. Take 2 Aleve morning and night, and it didn't help.
Oh my gosh, you have been on so many pain meds.
I know.
When your knee was hurting, you were taking Aleve all the time.
They told me to do it, so I did it. And now, from the moment I started taking the estrogen, the day I started taking the estrogen, I have not had that at all again.
That's
Not
crazy.
once.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. That was really crazy.
Okay, so this thing goes into menopause, which means just continued of all these things. There's the increased urinary tract.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then loss of skin elasticity. Yes.
Well,
I'm not sure I don't know. I've been on estrogen since menopause, so I don't know that really helps. If anything can help that. I think that might just be old age, because I see men with it too. Okay, it'll increase cholesterol levels. I had that.
I did not.
I did.
Maybe I do that.
Muscle mass reduction. Well,
if you're strength training, that's why you should be strength training.
Exactly. And I started after menopause, strength training. I've always been an exerciser, yeah. Gum disease or worsening dental health. That did not help. Okay.
I haven't.
Height loss or posture change. Yeah, mine was for the good though.
Because I started change was good.
Yeah.
Once you started the strength training.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a posture change, but I do think maybe I've had a height change.
That means you're
shrinking
in between your spine. Yeah. All right. I think the rest of these are just all. Oh, dryness and vision change.
Huh. Now, I think I have had that.
Eye dryness, I mean.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Yeah, no, you said
eye dryness
and vision change, but yeah, I took it as eye dryness. And I thought that I wear contacts, and I just thought it was my contacts or allergies.
Has it gotten better now that you think about it?
I think it has.
All these things.
I know that I would have never put together.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So basically, anything bad you're experiencing
it's
probably a hormone. Yeah. Anyway, so to say, sorry, I'm over here scratching her leg.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're saying is, go get your hormones checked.
Yeah, and you know what? Not even if you feel like there's a problem, but to get a baseline of where you are. And this is what I told my daughter too, because she's 31 now. Get your blood drawn and get all these different tests because you need a baseline of where you are right now. And as you get older, you can see the change.
And the blood work that the doctor does yearly, there is not a thorough enough test of your estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone. So you need to ask them. I don't even know what it's called.
I do know you want your estrogen checked.
Your T1.
Yeah, on your T1, T2, T3, but you want your free testosterone checked. Because if they check your testosterone, that's one thing, and the number may be higher, but the free testosterone is what your body uses to help the estrogen. If I have this right, I'm hoping I have this.
We're not experts, so go do your research. Dr. Mary Claire is a good person.
Yeah.
Good person to go
on Instagram.
if you follow her on Instagram.
Read her book. But the free testosterone is what's available in your body to help all of your hormones go wherever they need to go.
Yeah.
And they don't do that test. So the estradiol.
No, estrogen. Estradiol is the estrogen that's in a patch.
I thought. No, anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, it's estrogen.
Okay. I'm going to have to look this up.
You go ahead, honey. This one I know I'm right on. Because my patch is called an estradiol. All the creams, all the medications are called estradiol, but you have estrogen in your body.
Yes. Okay, so that, and then the testosterone, the free testosterone, the T1, T2, T3, the T whatevers.
The whatevers.
Yeah, those are the ones. And I think they do test the T2, T3 all the time. But
I don't know. I just know you need to get an extensive of all the
hormone panel.
Yeah, the female hormones. Mm-hmm. Well, testosterone. It's a female hormone. I mean, we do have it.
It is.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, so there we go.
Our menopause
special with a lot of goofing off in the beginning. All right, well, we're glad to be back.
Yeah, this is fun, and we're going to come up with some good things to talk about, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, we have some other ideas.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Yeah. We are glad you watched.
If you made it this far.
Yeah, it's pretty long. You could, oh well, this is too late. If you're here, and I say you could stop it and come back, but it's too late. If you're here, you've already watched it all.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right, till next time.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.